Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to talk about string in a JavaScript. So what is the string? String is a data type in a JavaScript. Almost in every programming, we have a string and we have to deal with or we have to perform operations on string type data. And similarly, we have a string in a JavaScript. And in a JavaScript, string is created by writing anything inside either a double quote or inside a single quote. If you write numbers here, JavaScript will treat those numbers as a string. And any type of character, if you put at, that is also, it means if you insert some kind of, or if you put some kind of special characters in the quotation marks, again JavaScript will treat those characters as a string. Okay, this is the one of the way to create a string. So this way is called string by using string literals. Okay, and if you want to create a string object, yes, we can create string object by using new string, and inside a bracket, inside a double quote or single quote, you can pass any characters. That is also a string. So basically, string is an object. Okay, so what is mean by object and why this syntax is used to create object? Everything will be discussed when I will discuss object-oriented programming in a JavaScript. So far, you have to consider only that there are two ways to create string. You can pass any characters inside a string constructor, or you can create a string by using string literals. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about string only, and these are the different methods I'm going to discuss here one by one. So far, I have discussed only two ways to create a string. Then I will discuss how to find the length, and we will see how length will help us to perform various operations on string. Then what is the use of escape characters in the string that I will discuss? Not X, it should be escape characters. Then how string index works and how we need string index to perform the different tasks or different operations on the string. And at last, we have many numbers of built-in methods in a JavaScript to perform operations, different operations on string. So why we need these things, I will discuss I will discuss that particular method. So if you want to write a JavaScript code, you either need HTML file, and inside of HTML file, you can add a script tag, and inside a script tag, you can write JavaScript code directly. And if you want to use the JavaScript from external source, yes, you can create, but you need to add a reference here, as I added as a source equal to whatever the file, JavaScript file you have in your folder. And then you have to mention type, which is equal to text/JavaScript. So this will link the two files, HTML file and JavaScript file. And here we can write the JavaScript code. So I have a one HTML element with ID demo, and it has some text like welcome to web channel. And I wanted to get that text into my JavaScript file. So in that case, I can use inner HTML. But where to use? So whenever we run this file, HTML file, you will see output in browser like this. And this is what called a DOM. Now, JavaScript will treat this object as a DOM. And DOM means document object model, and you have to refer the document. So let me write documents. Then you have to get the element by ID because we have used ID attribute. So I will say ID and I will say here demo. Then what you need to do, you need to bring the text that is inside a H1 into JavaScript file. So we are using inner H, sorry, not inner HTML, inner text. If you want to pass the data from JavaScript to HTML tag, you will use inner HTML. Otherwise, if you want to bring the data from HTML to JavaScript file, you can use inner text. And once you have a data, this line of statement or this JavaScript statement will bring the data from HTML to JS, but you need to store that data somewhere. Okay, in the variable. And to store the data, we have a variable. So I will say variable, or I can use let keyword also. So I will say let where, okay, not where, I have to write the name, and I will say str. Okay, just for str is used for to represent the string. Means it's just any name you can use. I use str. Okay, and now str has some text. Okay, what text it has, if you want to see, we can go and we can print the same, or we can write the same message on HTML also. And I will write documents dot, I will say write, and here I will pass str. Okay, this is what the string. And if I go and if I refresh here, same text, right? This is what we have written inside the HTML, and this is what coming from the JavaScript code. This line is writing our string on the or browser or on the DOM. This is how. So now I have a string in my variable, right? This is what the string. So I directly capture the data from front end, but if you want to change it, yes, you can use the string literal, and I will say welcome to web chat. Okay, this is not exactly same as HTML text. And if I go here, if I refresh here, you will see the output. So now what I wanted to find out the length of string. I have created a string. Okay, this is the one way to create a string. If I wanted to create a string by using another way, I will use single quotation also, and I will just write welcome. I will say one here, and accordingly you will see the output on browser. Okay, if you want to create a string by using let str2 is equal to new keyword, yes, we can do that also. New string, string is a constructor of string class, and here you have to pass the data. I will say 1, 2, 3. Okay, and let me change this. So here you will see the output as a 1, 2, 3. So these are the ways to create a string. Now I wanted to find out string length. Okay, and I will say document dot get element by ID. Okay, and this is demo. I will use the text, whatever the text we already have inside a H1 tag. str. I will say str dot length. I wanted to know the length, the number of characters in this string. So you will see the output here. What I will do to confirm once again, I will add one more character. Okay, and I will go here. I just have added one character, so it should change from 26 to 27. In here, we can see that it is giving me the length of, means number of characters stored inside a string. This is what the length of string. So now I would like to add double quotation inside a, string. Okay, so now I will not use this one. Instead of that, I will use double quoted string, and I will say welcome to webjam. Here you can learn okay JS, Java, Python for free. Okay, so this is what the string I have, and I wanted to add double quotation to this Java. Okay, so what I will do, I will directly add. The moment I will add, what it will say, it is giving me or it is showing me it's actually Visual Studio's property. Okay, not a Java's feature that JavaScript feature that JavaScript will show me this kind of error, but it's Visual Studio's feature. So it is showing me as it is expecting some kind of comma. So what I will do, I will add a comma here. Okay, again, it is showing me error, right? So variable declaration. Okay, what it says, you can see that variable declaration expected means what is happening here. The string will start from here and it will end here with this means second double quotation. Again, it will become a problem that our string is not in proper format. Means what? We are unable to use double quotation for a string which is created by using double quotation. Means here outer side we have double quotation, then we won't be able to use double quotation inside anywhere in your string. So in that case, we need escape character. So JavaScript has added, to avoid this kind of issue, JavaScript has added escape characters. What is escape characters? So what you need to do, you need to use backslash, not back, okay, backslash, it was forward slash, and then you can add double quotation here. Again, I will use backslash followed by double quotation. This is the exceptional syntax. And instead of length, I will pass the data. And here we can see that Java has double quotation mark. So this is the way to add. That's why we need escape characters in string. So what are the different escape characters? We have many different escape characters. So first is, if you write like this, let me comment out this. So if you write like this, this is used to add double quote in string. Okay, if you write like this, backslash, and then followed by single quote, it is used to add a single quote. Then if you use, then this is used for backspace. And these are the important one that I will writing here. So I will say backslash T is used to add a tab space in between the string. So these are the mainly used escape characters in JavaScript string. So now string index is something that JavaScript automatically add or JavaScript use to extract or to perform some operations on string. And how it works. So whenever you wanted to perform some operations based on index, JavaScript index always start with 0. Means first letter, this W will have 0 index. And index will keep increasing by 1, 2, 3. It always keeps increasing until the end of string. Means next character, this E will have one index, then L will have two, then three, four, and it will go increasing until the length minus 1. Length means string length minus 1. Index is always less than length of string. So this is how index is used, or index is referred to perform operations on string. What are the different operations we can perform? So we can access character at any position. So let's say if I wanted to access the character at 0th position, 0th is the index, you will see W as the output. If I change this to first position, you will see E as output. Second character will be treated as, or will be at index 1. Similarly, third character will be at index 2 and fourth character will be at index 4. Okay, not 4, 3, index 3. So this is how it works. An index is used to perform different operations on string. Means what? If you want to slice out this webcam or Java, JS or this Java or Python from your string, you need to use the index. You need to give some reference in your code so that it will extract or it will slice out that much part of it. That's why we need an index. To slice or to extract some part of string, we have slicing methods. First method is called slice method. Next is substring, and at last substr method is there. Okay, so I will start with slice method. Slice method, what it will do, it will, or how to call the methods. Okay, so whenever you wanted to call the methods on string, you need to use, or you need to write first the variable name which has the string itself, and then you have to use the method called slice. And inside a bracket, okay, whenever we say method, it must have this parenthesis, normal parenthesis or circular parenthesis. And inside this, you can pass the parameters. So here you can see it, the syntax, that method string else string dot slice, and it is asking for the starting number. As of now, it is not defined. End number, as of now, it is not defined. And here in the definition, you can see that index to the beginning of specified position of string object. Okay. So what it is trying to ask you, it is asking you first index from where you have to slice out the string. So what I will do, I will count the characters. I will go for welcome to. So we have to consider one character for space also. So I will say welcome has 7 characters. Then 1 space 8. 2 has 2. 8 plus 2, 10 and 11. So our W is at 12th position, but index will be 11. So I would like to slice out my string, or I wanted to slice out webcam. Then I have given starting position of webcam. So this W has index 11. It is at 12th position, but index will be 11. Next, I have to say end index. So this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. If I pass 18, you will expect that it will give me the webcam entire world, but it will not. Why? Because whenever you pass the end index, that index will be excluded. And from start index to end index, all the characters will be considered, but end index character will not be considered to slice. So what you need to do, you need to increase this in end index by 1. And now you will get the output as a webcam. This is what called slicing of string. And this is the way. Now slice method also supports negative indexing, but negative indexing is starting from right side. So extreme last character will have index -1, then second last character will have index -2, then second, not second, okay, third last character will have index -3, and this is how it works, indexing, okay. But if you want to slice, but if you want to use the slice method, you have to give the negative indexing also, but in left to right direction. Means what? Means if you put -1 here, it always search for left to right. Okay, if you put -1 here and if you put -3 here, it will not show you the output. Why? Because starting position is given here. Means you said that it will start at this last character, and actually JavaScript direction is slicing direction is this, and you are expecting output in this direction. And here is a conflict, and that's why we are not getting output. So what do you need to do? You need to change the syntax, not syntax, okay, change the parameters passed in the slice method. So you have to say -3 here and -1. -1 will be the end index, okay, and -3 will be the start index. And if you write, so -1 will be excluded again, right, in character. So I would like to use, if I use the 0 here, it will not works. But this is the way to write, okay. And if I need some more character, I can pass -1 to -5 to -1. So you have to give the start from left and end should be at right side anywhere in your string. This is how indexing works. So now next method is substring method. This is also very similar to str method, but substring method will not accept negative index. So for substring, you will not get any output. It will consider negative indexing as a 0, and you will not get any of the output. So if you want, or if you know that you don't need to pass the negative indexing, you are good to use the substring method also. And here also, what, 11 to 19, if I pass, it will give me the output as a webcam, and this is how it works. So if you need Python as if you need Python as a output, you need to calculate, or you need to have the length of this much string, and accordingly you have to pass the parameters. Okay, so if I try to pass here 30, not 30, it should 40 and 42, 50. I'm just trying, okay, to get Python. It is giving me Java as output. So if this is at 49, 50, 51, 52, so Python will start at 52, and then it should take 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, and 58. So last will be excluded here also. So I will not take that. And this is the way to get the expected string out from any of the string object. So next method is substr method. So what is the difference between substr and substring? Substring do not accept negative indexing, but it is very similar to the slice. It takes start and end index. But in case of substr, we have to mention start index and then number of characters, means how many characters, instead of mentioning end index. Okay, so how this will work, I will show here. So if I have to say substr, and if my starting index is 52, then I have to mention the length here. Length means number of characters. So if I say Python has six characters, so if I say 6 characters, it will bring, or it will slice out Python. If I do not mention anything, so we will get the output for remaining entire string. This is how it works. Because this is the difference between substr and substring method. Substr method takes starting index and number of characters. So if I say 1, it will give me output as a P only from Python. This is the way to slice the string. Now we have a replace method. Okay, let's say I have a Java in this style. If I use the another Java, another means both are the Java, but one's in a caps lock, another one is not in a caps lock, or it is in a sentence case. And I wanted to replace the Java. Okay, so what I will do, I will use the replace method. First, I will pass here what to search. So I will say Java, and after that, okay, here also I will change Java, okay, to demonstrate how replace method works. Okay, and now I wanted to replace Java with PHP. Okay, if I go here and if I try to show you the output here, you can see that first you can learn Java. Instead of Java, we are getting output as a PHP. Right? We are getting output as a PHP for this first one. But what about the next one? So it will not replace. Means replace method will not replace all the matches. It will replace for the, automatically it will replace for the first match. Okay. But if you want to replace for all the matches, then you need to use this second syntax. So what you need to do, you need to change this to global match. This is what the regular expression, and this syntax will says replace for global match. Okay, and if I go here and if I try to replace nothing is replaced. Okay, why? So replace will replace for the first match, but we have a one more method that is called replace all method, and this method will help us to replace all the, but it is still not working. Why? Str dot replace all. Yes, it is there. Okay, but this is what trying to return something, or this method. Okay, so I think I don't need to use this. And if I go here, yes. So whenever we use regular expression in replace method, we don't need to use double quote here. That will be a problem. So you have to write Java in this way. And replace all method will replace this Java and this, both the Java. So here we can see PHP, here we can see PHP. But this Java is not replaced. Why? Because it is a case sensitive language. Okay, so we have a this and these two Javas are in the same format, means in capital J and then AVA in small letters. But this is what the different. Okay, JavaScript will treat both the strings are different. That is the problem. And if you want to replace irrespective of case sensitive, you need to use I here. Okay, so this is for the case insensitive. And if I try to replace, okay, I used it. Yes, this is correct. If I try to replace, G is working, but why I is working? G or I. Yes. So if you add I to the Java, means what? Forward slash followed by IG, this will this expression will replace all the Java words, irrespective of case sensitiveness. So this is how, if you want to replace all the Java, you need to use IG. Okay, G is for global match, I is for case insensitiveness. So this is what about all the ways to replace the string in a Java. Now, if you want to transform the string into a lowercase or into a uppercase, there are two methods. So I will say toLowerCase. And here you will see the output, since we have this W or this W in the capital or block letters, but it will be changed to small letters by using this method. What is this method? toLowerCase. Similarly, we have other method to transform the text into the uppercase. I will say toUpperCase. And all the text will be transformed into the block letters. So this is how string transformation works. Now next is, if you want to remove the space, okay, around the string. Let's say we will remove this. I don't need that much bigger string. I have some space at the start of string. I have some space at the end of string. Okay, and I wanted to remove the space from both the sides. In that case, I will use the trim. Trim method will remove the space. Okay, if I do not remove the space, you will see the output Okay, automatically it is streaming. Okay, so if I select this is what getting selected. So sometimes we have a space from both the sides, sometimes we might have a space from one side, but document dot right. Okay, what I will do instead of using this, I will use another one. So documents dot get element by ID might be that document dot write method removing the space dot inner HTML is equal to str. And now still it is not taking up space. Okay, then I need to, okay, that's why, because yes, the HTML will ignore whenever we pass these objects into the DOM, it will be ignored. But I have to show this by using another output method. So I will say console dot log and I will say str. Let me go here, refresh the page, and here we can see that it has taken a space. Okay, it has taken a space from left side and right side. So now what I will do, I have to remove the space from both the sides. So I will use the trim method. I will say dot trim. And if I refresh here, you can see that the space is removed from both the sides. If I wanted to remove the space from only left side, I will use trim start. And in the selection, you will observe that we don't have any space from left side, but we have a space on right side. Similarly, if I say trim end, it will remove the space from right side of string, but left side have some space as it is. So this is how trim method works to remove the space from both the sides. Now, sometimes you have a number as a string. Okay. There may be a situation that you have a one as a string. This is the number and you have a number as a string and you wanted to add some zero before the this one. Means you have to say 001 is a number. Okay, now I will change this to document.write. Okay, no matter what method or what is the way to see the output you use, at the end you have to see the output by anyways. So, but I would prefer to write on the documents. Sometimes HTML will show different outputs. So in that case, we can to see the output, we can use control.log. So I will say str here. And here you can see the output one. I have to add some zeros, okay, at the start. Then what you need to do, you need to use the method or what methods we have. We have a padding methods, so padding start, padding end method. Okay, and this will convert the number into string also if your number is not there in string format. So I will say str dot pad start. And first index means how many times. So I will say 2 times. What I need to add, what to fill the string. I have to fill the 0. Okay, but you need to remember this thing that it is asking you to fill the string. If we pass 0, 0 is a number. We must have 0 in the string format. And then only this will add zeros. Okay, so maximum length I said 2, I need to say it to 3, and you will get output as a 0, 0, 1. Similarly, if you want this number at the end, so you need to use the pad end and it will add two zeros after the existing string. So any number you can have, okay, it is not necessary to have single number. And we are saying that, but length should be higher than this length of string. So already we have 6 character and I wanted to add 2 more. So I will say 8 and it will add those number of zeros to my number. This is how padding start and padding end method works. Now, if you want to extract the characters at any specific position, we can use the char at method. If you want to know the ASCII code of any of the character at specific index, you can use char code at index, and then string index is used also. Means this is what the indexer syntax, that string name followed by index in the square bracket is used to extract the single character. So all those 3 ways are used to extract the single characters. So let's say if I have a string and I would say okay. So this is what my string str.char add. This method is used and I will pass number here. Okay, what number I will say 0, 1, 2, 3. At third position, I wanted to know what is the character. So here you can see that the character is C. So W has 0 index, E has 1, B has 2, and C has 3. So this method will return me character at specified position. Position is nothing but index, specified index. If you want to see the char code for the C, so documents dot kt11. Okay, so I can use the right method directly. There will not be any problem. So str dot char code add method, and this is what going to take only single index. Okay, single position. We cannot pass 2 parameters like we used in string, not string. Okay, slice, substr, and substring method. Here you have to pass only one index in char add or in char code add method. So if I say 10, I don't have index at 10 position, so it will be output will be undefined or not a number. 10 is not a number. Okay, so there is nothing. So I will say 3. So it will return me ASCII value of capital C. And we can see here that C67, 67 is the capital value of, oh, sorry, ASCII value of capital C. So this is how char add and char code add method is used. If you want to slice or if you want to extract any other characters, okay, so what we can do, we can use documents.write str, then index of syntax we can use, and if I say 3, again this will return me character at third position or third index, and this is how it works. If you want to show all the outputs on new line, you have to use, or you need to use break tag. Means this is what the HTML tag we are passing directly to the document by concatenating or by using concatenation symbol. That is what plus. Plus is used to concatenate 2 types of string or yes. So what it will do, you can see the output on new line every time. This is how it works. If you want to convert the string into the array, right? If you want to convert the string into the array, we have a split method. So what you need to do, you can use the split method, but how to use? So you See, all these methods are string object methods. So you must have a string object and then you have to say split. Then what is the splitter you need to say? Okay, what is mean by splitter? Okay, I will show you here webcam. Okay, I will say YouTube channel. So now I have a space in my string, right? So I will use the space, but how to? So you have to use the double quotation and add one space. So what it will do, it will split the string whenever it will find the space or whatever the separator we have passed. And you can see the output here that webcam, comma, is, comma, YouTube, and channel. So this is the output of array. Means whenever we pass array, we will see the output in this form. Okay, and we have used separator here. If we do not use any separator, you will see the output in a different way. And for each letter, okay, since nothing is a separator, so each character will be separated by comma. So this is how split method works. So if you want to say is, you have to split your string whenever it will find is, you will see the output webcam is separated and YouTube channel is separated. This is how split method works. It converts your string into array. Then we have many different methods to search the string. Okay, so how to use those methods I will discuss. So let's say you wanted to know the index of any character. So I will say, or I will use indexOf. And here it is asking you for the search string. Search string is nothing but you have to pass the string. Okay, I passed W here. Or I can pass entire word also. Okay, webcam. Second position or second parameter is position or number. Means what? From which position you need to start the search. Okay, so I will not pass anything. This is optional. So it will be fine. Okay, if I pass the webcam, and here you will see the index of webcam. So you can see that webcam is started at 0 position. If I add some space and then I try to get the output, it says that from 6th position webcam is started. This is how it works. If I add a command, if I say from 10th position, it should start my searching, you will not get any output. See, whenever you don't get a positive result, it will return -1. -1 is nothing but you means your search is failed. Your search is false. Means it do not find webcam after the 10 index or 10th index. So what it will do, I will add some more spaces so that to bring it after the 10, and here you can see that at 11th position we have a webcam. But if I remove the spaces, we don't have webcam after this 10. Even you can see that we don't have webcam from first. So whenever you do not find output, it will return -. So this is how it works. Index method. Let's say webcam. Okay, I have a webcam couple of times in my string. Now it by default it will return me first index, means wherever it matches with first number, so it will return me that number. So now this will return me some number at 20th position webcam is available. But I wanted to know the last index of webcam. In that case, we have a method called last index of webcam. and this will say 0. Okay, this is what I'm going to search. Yes, it is saying that at 46 characters, we have web channel. So this method also taking a position from where we have to start the search. If I say I wanted to search from 10th position, okay, it is returning 0. Substring to search for. Okay, yes, that is what we have passed webchamp. Index at which to begin searching. If omitted, search begins at the end of string. Yes, exactly. Same. So it is returning 0 because it is starting searching from this side. Okay, not from this side. Last index of webchamp is available there. So if I add some spaces, let me see, or it is giving me output, but I should say something here, or I should omit the output. Now, if I add some spaces, will my output affect? No. So this W is available at 46 characters. So this is what the use of last index of method. Then we have a search method also. So if you want to search anything, okay, you can use the search method and searcher. Okay, this is what the symbol. Here you can see the syntax. I will say YouTube. I wanted to search YouTube. Okay, I will add the parenthesis here and I will refresh. So we are getting output that it says that YouTube is exists at 12th index. Okay, this is how search method will return. If it do not found object, it will again return -1. Okay, so it is again case sensitive search. Similarly, we have a match method also, and you can see the output match. So match method will not return index, it will return the text. Okay, if it founds the specified text, if it do not found the specified text, it will return null. This is how match method works. If I say match all, let's say we have a YouTube many times, so it will return the YouTube for those many times. So I will say webcam. Okay, or I will use the webcam itself only instead of using YouTube. Okay, so match method will return on first match, but if you want all the matches, you can use match all method, and this will return all the methods. So it is saying that object regular expression string it return means there are many objects, or there is an array of matching all those means it is returning this match all method returns array of all the matches. And then what you need to do, you need to iterate through this. Iterate, what is mean by iterate? So you need to use the loop on these objects and you will get the output. So how to use that I will discuss in some time. Later on we have next method is includes or not. So I will if this method, I think this method returns a Boolean value, I will say includes, and this returns true. Means it will check for the specified string is exist in your string or not. If it exists, it will say yes, it is included. If it is not exist, it will say false. Okay, and this webchamp is means webchamp with small c is not exist. That's why it is returning false. Next method is starts with. Okay, if you want to see whether your string starts with specific word or specific character, this will also again return true if your string starts with webchamp. If I say Python, as I know or I can see that my string is not going to start with the Python, so it will return me false. So if I add Python here, now this will return me false. Similarly, we have ends with also, and this will return me false because my string is not ending with Python. Instead, it ends with webchamp. And now this will return me true. So this is how we can confirm the string by using various string search method. What are the methods we have seen? So we have seen include method, we have seen match method, we have seen index, last index method, we have seen starts with and ends with methods. At last, recently JavaScript has added one more way to create a string by using backticks, because we sometimes we may face a problem whenever we have to add double quote or single quote inside a string. So to avoid this or to overcome this problem, backticks are used. Or backticks is nothing but in your keyboard, you have to press shift button, you have to push shift, or you have to press shift button, and then the key above tab button. Okay, don't need to use the shift, directly press the key above tab. So this is what the symbol of backticks. And now using this, if you create a string, you are able to add double quotation or single quotation inside your string without any problem. So this is how it works. Okay, we are trying to write. Okay, we are not trying to print. So I will say documents dot write and str. And here we can see that YouTube is double quoted, webchamp is single quoted without any problem by using backticks. Now at last, we have to see how to use the loop with string. And one more thing I would like to discuss is that string interpolation means I have a string, okay, string as a lang demo is equal to, this is what the variable I have, and it has a value called C#. I wanted to include this value in my string. So how to add? And if you want to add any variable's value inside your string, we use the string interpolation syntax. This is what the string interpolation syntax. But what you need to do, you need to use the two curly brackets, and those curly brackets must be followed by this symbol. This is what the dollar symbol. Dollar followed by two curly brackets is the syntax of string interpolation. And inside of this, you have to pass the variable name. And now if you try to see the output, it will say, or it will add the variable value inside your string, and this is what the string interpolation in JavaScript. Now I would like to loop through the string. So how to loop? There are many ways. Okay, or we have seen for loop also, while loop also. We can use both. Okay, you can try with while loop, but I will say, or I will show you with for loop. So we have to initialize local variable I is equal to 0, 0. Why we use 0? Because index start with 0. Then let I is less than str dot length, less than or equals to str. Okay, not necessary to use length I. Okay, I would say then this is what I don't need. I need to use semicolon, then again semicolon, and I have to pass the increment here because I have to increase the value until it reaches to the length, string length. Then I have to use documents dot write. Okay, I'm directly writing each of the characters on the string. But how to write? Because we need a string object and what is there in our I. So here you can see that I is going to return us, or I will have the index, all the indexes of your string. So I will pass, or I will use index as syntax here, and I will say this string of I. This will return me one each character of string. Later on, I will add break to print the each character on new line. And if I go here and if I refresh, you will see the output here as a Python. Everything is printed on new line because we have used the loop, okay, to go through each character. And whatever the methods we have seen so far, we can use those methods in the loop body to perform different operations on string. So let's say if you want to find out the numbers from your string, okay, and I will say demo has numbers 1, 2, 3. And if I go here, if I refresh, okay, we are not seeing any output, but let me try this first. Documents, documents dot write. I will write str directly string, okay, to the document. Yes, it is adding 1, 2, 3. But I wanted to filter out those numbers and then only I have to print those numbers, or 1, 2, 3. I wanted to print 1, 2, 3 only. I don't want to print all these. So what I need to do, or what we need to do, is we can go here, we can search ASCII, okay, ASCII values of 1 to 9, or 1 to 9, or 0 to 9, we can say, right? ASCII value of 0 to 9. And if I go here, anywhere you can go and you can search. Let me pick this also. So here you can see that ASCII value of numbers starts from 48 until 57. Okay, so as we know that ASCII value, you need to use char code. Means we have to get the character code, and to get the ASCII value, we have a method, right? String method that we can use. So what I will do, we are using a loop. I will say str of I, right? This is what this is what giving me the each character of string. Now I have to check the char code. But to check the char code, we need to use the conditional statement. So I will use if str dot char code at char code at, and at what position. Okay, so what I need to pass here is position. Okay, so I will pass I here, right? So what it will do, it will go and take the condition if character code at position I is greater than. Means what I need a char code greater than or equal to 48. Greater than or equal to 48. Again, I need a one more condition and str dot char code at second condition. Why? Because I need only 48 to 57 char codes. I don't need other char codes. If any other char code will be there, I don't want that character to be printed. That's why I am using this condition. So I will say str.char code at position greater than or equal to 48 and char code at position less than or equal to 57. This will filter my data for the numbers only. And then if this is true, then I have to write documents dot write stro I. Now let's execute our code. And here you can see the output as a 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me change this. You might get confused whether we are getting output correctly as or not. So here you can see that we are getting only numbers from the string by using this logic. So this is how we can use the char codes to filter out any data. These char codes are very important whenever you have to validate the form data also. And whenever we have to do a form validation, this method or this is the way to validate each number. Whenever, let's say you have to, or your input field is asking for, your input field is asking for mobile number. So mobile number should not have any other character than number, right? So in that case, this way will help us to validate whether user has input a number or not, right? In case if you do not input number, we can pass a message or we can give him a warning. So I will discuss all those things in the form validation. We stick to the webcam. Okay, for other videos, thank you so much for watching the string in JavaScript. I would like to conclude this video here.